All right, listen, screw the skit. I know I always do one before the reviews to make them a little bit funnier, but not this time. Listen, I bought Beyond Two Souls a couple days ago because it had just turned 10 years old, which is insane. The fact that I remember when this game came out, and the fact that it was 10 years ago makes me feel really old. And I played through it for the first time on my PS4 Pro because your boy's still broke. Okay, I'm saving up for the PS4, PS5. Sorry, okay, I'm working on it. And man, did my expectations they exceeded. I was thinking like, okay, it's a game from 2013. The graphics aren't gonna look that good. The gameplay's gonna be a little trash. Like it's whatever. But I was wrong. I was so wrong. Okay? Listen, the main character was played by my favorite actor, okay? Elliot Page. And this was pre-transition Elliot Page. So, I'm going to be referring to him as her in this game just so that I don't get confused when I'm talking about the character. When I'm talking about Elliot Page's character in this game, I'll say her, okay? When I'm talking about Elliot Page, I'll say him. So I'm just letting you know this now, in case y'all start calling me transphobic and stuff like. Just I'm letting you guys know this, okay? So you follow Elliot Page's character Judy through her whole entire life, basically. You follow her as a child, as a young adult, and then as she's doing her adult stuff. Now, when I mean you follow her, that does not mean that it's a linear progression. No, you can one day be playing as her as an adult, and then it backflashes to her as a kid, and then it forwards to as a young adult, and then back to a kid, and then finally back to the adult stage. So it's constantly keeping you engaged, and it has all these branching storylines that you need to pay attention to, and then eventually at the end, it all comes together in a nice little package. So just remember that if you decide to get this game, you have to pay attention to the story at all stages, whether she's a child, a young adult, or an adult. Okay? I'm just letting you guys know that now. Because the story, in my opinion, is beautiful, but at times confusing to follow. So, yeah. Now, the other thing that I loved so much about this game, arguably more than the story, is how simple the combat is. Now, you might be thinking like, bro, come on. It's the combat's kind of ass. Which is true, it's not on like Spider-Man level. It's not looking crazy cool, but the animations are what saves it in my opinion. Now, this game came out on the PlayStation 3, so obviously you're not going to be getting Spider Man 2 level animation killing scenes. Okay, you're not going to get that. So if that's what you're thinking you're going to get, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. But for something that came out 10 years ago, the animations still hold up extremely well. And so do the graphics. Like, you have to remember, the original release date of this thing was on the PlayStation 3. And then I think about 2 or 3 years later, it came out on the PlayStation 4. So even then, my copy of this game is 7 years old. And the graphics still hold up. That is literally insane. Even though I bought the game digitally and it's not a physical copy that's 7 years old, the files are still 7 years old. The graphics are still 7 years old, and it works perfectly fine. So, hey, shout out Beyond Two Souls on that one. That's getting a lot of points in my book because I went into it expecting, what, let's give it some leeway. It's an old game, but then I started playing. I was like, wait a minute, this game looks better than a bunch of games that just came out. This is insane. So I kept playing, I kept watching, I kept enjoying the story, I kept enjoying, every situation. And then I realized something. Your decisions matter. I thought, oh, they just tell us like this many percentage of people chose like this. And I thought, oh, they're just pretending that it matters. But no, they matter. And I thought they didn't. So I kept choosing bad decisions after bad decision after bad decision because I thought it was funny. Hey man, shit, she had a party, let her smoke some weed, bro. Let her get drunk. Hey man, you want to kiss that weird guy? Kiss that weird guy. And by the way, the reason why I always put uh beginning of the game footage in my reviews is because I don't want to spoil like anything more footage wise than the first hour or so of the game because I think that's messed up. Anyway, back to the review. I just enjoyed this game so much. I thought it was excellently voiced, excellently recorded. Oh my god, whoever were the animators and the VFX artists or whatever, hey man, y'all all deserve a raise. That thing, that looks complicated. That looks insane. That genuinely looks like you guys put in effort. And remember, 10 to 7 years ago this game came out. So it's not like they were rocking with that Marvel technology that's out now. They were rocking with that Iron Man 2 technology. Okay? They were pushing it. They were really trying, and to do that for a PlayStation exclusive game, not even a game that's going to come out on all the consoles. They were really betting the bag on this one. And I gotta say, man, they did it. They did it really well. And shit, I don't, bro. I'm flabbergasted. And I know that it's like, bro, come on, you're supposed to be a review channel, and you always say games are good, yada yada yada. And you're right. I've yet to run into a bad game because the last couple games that I've played have just been banger after banger after banger. But trust me, I promise you, eventually I'll find a game that I don't like. But this one is definitely not it because I really like this game. So I'm going to give it a solid 9 out of 10. Now you're probably thinking, well, why didn't you just give it a 10 out of 10? The only reason why I can't give it a 10 out of 10 is because I always see some random ass facial expression that you can just tell is not supposed to be happening in that moment. It's like they'll be smiling during a sad scene, and they'll be sad during a happy scene. It's like this doesn't make sense. It could be a bug. It could just be like me personally. It doesn't make sense. Like they were supposed to be smiling during that sad scene, and it just didn't really hit for me at least. So I can't give it a 10 out of 10 because when I would see that, it would break my immersion. But one thing I will say is if you like Telltale games, like The Walking Dead and the Batman games and the Borderland game that they released, you will love this game. Like swear to God, you will love this game. It gives you a little bit more freedom than those games give you, so that's great, but it also gives you the same level of, hey, you can make decisions, you can choose not to tell people about your powers, you can choose not to show it off, you can choose not to kill anyone, but at the same time, if you want to, you can choose to tell people, you can choose to show it off, and you can choose to kill people. So it's entirely up to you how you want to play the game. And I wasn't expecting that going in, and like I said before, I made all the wrong decisions. So just play this game, get it. It's like always on sale. Whenever I see it, it's literally always on sale. And I don't know why it took me this long to get it. I think like I once saw it for like $7, which is insane. The fact that you can get a game this good for that cheap. So if it's on sale, and even if it's not on sale, get this game. Please get this game. Like I'm begging you to get this game. All right, that's the end of my review. Again, 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed playing it. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscription button. We're literally 9 subs away from 200, and that'll blow my mind if I ever reach that. So please hit that subscribe button. And if you're watching this far, man, you already know, hit that like button. You already made it this far. You might as well. And like I said in my last video, I do have a Twitch account. I'll leave it in the description below, and I'll even maybe put some clips in here. So yeah, have a great day. I love y'all so much, and thank you for clicking on my video, considering how every second on this channel, on this website, I meant to say, there's about 1,000 videos being posted. So thank you so much.